Now let us understand diagnostic analysis. In one of the previous sessions, we discussed about the analytics. What is the difference between analytics and analysis? The analysis is just going to give you what exactly happened in the past. In analytics, we will be able to determine why happened in the past, why that event occurred in the past, what exactly caused that event to happen, and thereby will be able to implement some corrective measures or will be able to take the decisions based on the events that happened on the past based on a reason. Here we are going to understand the reason. Here the thing is, when we talk about a diagnostic analysis, we will more emphasize on the reason than what exactly happened. So history will be observed and we will interpret the history's reasons here in the diagnostic analysis. Let me walk you through. Diagnostic analysis focus on understanding the reasons behind the observed trends, anomalies or the outcomes in the data. We will observe trend, there may be anomalies in the data that we collected that will be observed and outcomes in the data, what exactly, why exactly this outcome has happened in the past event will also be observed. Here descriptive analysis is going to tell you what happened. This is what we discussed, what happened in the descriptive analysis. And now we are going to talk about in this what might happen and or what to do. That is what in the predictive analysis, what might happen in the future, what is going to happen in the future will be covered in the predictive analysis. But diagnostic analysis is going to give you an overview of why actually happened, and if you correct a few measures, what exactly is going to happen. This is what the diagnostic analysis. Now the thing is, when it comes to why did it happen, when we talk about diagnostic analysis, we are going to talk about investigating causal relationships. There may be the events which actually are interrelated to each other might have happened in the past. We just are going to understand the relationship in between the events. Right after a sudden rise in the temperature, there happened a calamity. For instance, there was a tufan right after sudden rise and sudden spike in the temperature. Are those two related or two mutually disjointed events? If we can understand this relationship, there can be a predictive measure, corrective measures can be taken for the future. Detecting patterns or anomalies. What actually are the anomalies in between the events or even in between the data points? What exactly are the patterns with respect to the stock or with respect to the past events that are happened with respect to our weather forecast can be analyzed in by detecting the patterns. Now the testing the hypothetics about the drivers of certain outcomes. What actually drives? We are going to test the hypothesis. When we talk about the hypothesis about the drivers, what actually is the driving force behind these events? Okay, we are going to talk about in the testing the hypothesis. Now the next thing is, initially we understood about the prescriptive analysis. There is nothing much to talk about the prescriptive analysis. In one of the previous sessions, we discussed about the prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis is going to prescribe what is going to happen in the near future if you correct these errors. Let us, for an instance, there as some event in the past happened. In order not to occur the same event to happen again, we just are going to use this prescriptive analysis. We are going to analyze the outcomes. For an instance, currently the stock price is at some 20 rupees. The company is analyzing the stock price is going to be 20 rupees and right now the stock price is equal to 20 rupees. Now in the near future, how would we be able to increase the stock price? What should be the prescription for this? That will be described by the prescriptive analysis. First of all, in the prescriptive analysis, we are going to focus on the optimization. How would I be able to optimize the stock price? It may be 22 rupees or 24 rupees. If you if you foresee an instance of falling the stock price down, we just need to understand, we should also be able to focus on how would we be able to optimize the share price, identify the best course of action from the available options. Next thing is scenario modeling, simulates the outcomes of various intervention of strategies. If you follow this strategy, what exactly is going to happen? We are going to identify all the possible strategies and we are going to simulate our model fitting our data into it. Right then, before actually even happens in the future, we'll be able to predict the outcome here. so that we will be able to identify the best possible strategy. Okay, and the next thing is advanced techniques, uses tools such as decision trees in machine learning, optimization algorithms in machine learning, or reinforcement in the machine learning will be pretty much handy for this prescriptive analysis. Steps in prescriptive analysis is, incorporate findings. We already discussed the simulate scenarios and general recommendations. We discussed about this. Mechanistic analysis. This is important in the entire diagnostic analysis. Prescriptive analysis also is a part of the diagnostic analysis. The next one is mechanistic analysis. Mechanistic analysis identify how and why specific outcomes occur by understanding underlying the processes of mechanisms. What is mechanistic analysis? I will tell you by taking a simple example. A healthcare study shows that correlation between new medication and the patient recovery dates. Now there is a new medication. For instance, COVID. COVID is a persisting problem for the past 3-4 years and there has been some standardized medicines. But even then the COVID is still persisting. But there comes a new medicine. Yes, there's a new medication comes for the COVID. And a mechanistic analysis investigates the biochemical process by which the medication improves the recovery. Now the thing is, when you use this medicine for overcome COVID, rather for curing the COVID, for providing the cure, best possible ever cure for the COVID. How quickly a patient will be able to revive. This is going to be mechanistic, mechanistic analysis. Bigger pardon, it's a mechanistic analysis. The thing is, there happened some event in the past, and for that, there has been a tool identified. Right then, by using this tool, how would I be able to optimize this event in the near future? If that event is going to happen in the near future, how would I be able to optimize the event? The relationship such as COVID and the newly introduced medicine. That is called mechanistic analysis. Regression analysis. What is regression analysis? The regression analysis is statistically used to diagnostic analysis to quantify the relationship. What is a regression? Regression actually is going to tell you the relationship in between the continuous variables, right? Today is the temperature is this one. Yesterday the temperature was this one. Right now, what could be the predicted temperature for tomorrow, right? This is called a regression. Now, we should be able to go for the regression analysis in the diagnostic analysis. What is the regression analysis? In the regression analysis, we will be able to identify the relationship between past event and the likelihood of the future event. This is what the regression analysis. Now, there's nothing much to talk about regression analysis. Okay, company uses regression analysis to determine how advertising spend impact the sales. Now the thing is, for an instance, I started a company. Rather, any company would have this their expenditure or the investment on the advertising. For instance, if I spend 100 rupees, how it contributes to the growth of my sales. If you spend 200 rupees, how the sales are increasing. This is called a regression. There has to be an analysis, a rigorous analysis. Vigorous analysis has to be done towards the regression, which is called the regression analysis. Exploratory analysis. What is exploratory analysis? Involves investigating data sets to uncover pattern relationships or anomalies without the prior hypothesis. I am just going to give you by a direct example. A retailer analyzes customer transaction data and notices the younger customer tend to make more frequent purchases. This is what? Exploratory analysis. For instance, there is a Flipkart. You are the owner of the Flipkart. You just need to boost the sales of the mobile phones. Now the thing is, whenever anyone opens the Flipkart app, they are going to get recommendations based on their likes and dislikes, right? Now the thing is, even as you recommend a specific mobile phone to a specific segment of the people who actually are not interested to buy that, there won't be any impact on your sales, right? Now this investigatory analysis, what do you call it? That's bigger pardon, look at this word. In this exploratory analysis, there will be exploration of the events who actually are frequently buying a specific product. that specific product can be used in this recommendation. So this exploratory analysis will be very good, will be working fine for the recommendation systems such as YouTube or Flipkart. Combining all these approaches is called a diagnostic analysis. What is exploratory analysis? Exploratory analysis is going to identify the pattern of anomalies, such as identifying a potential customer for a product. Rather than recommending a product to every customer in the Flipkart app, the products will be recommended only to the potential customers by making this explanatory analysis done. Regression analysis. We just are going to identify the past events, analyze the past events, examine the past events so that we may correct the future event. For instance, we just are going to observe the past events such as the sale prices dropping. What may happen in the near future is going to tell you the regression analysis. If the current patterns and trends continues, what is the likelihood of having an event happen will be done by the regression analysis. Mechanistic analysis. In the mechanistic analysis, investigate underlying causes. For instance, COVID and a medicine. If the medicine works fine, COVID can be recovered soon. The impact of the new tool on a specific outcome, rather specific event, will be called as the exploratory analysis. Prescriptive analysis is going to prescribe what should happen in the near future. Okay, all these techniques combinedly, collectively together are called as the diagnostic analysis. Thank you.